Melissa, is it raining in Shelburne?
It's not raining where I am. It kind of looks like it's going to, but it's no rain yet.
It's been off and on here in Shelburne a little bit, I think.
Jess, I think we should just start. It's 10:04. If anyone comes in, then I'll let them into from the weight room.
Okay. Sounds good. So Mary and Darlene, we have slightly a smaller class today, which is nice because you'll be able to ask any questions that you want. It is going to be recorded so we can share it to those who haven't been able to attend today. But please, if you have any questions, feel free to ask now or reach out to Carol after and we can help assist in any way that you want. So if you have been to the site, you'll see that everything is set up visually and we have it set up so that you can sign in or sign up by yourself. So if you just go to the bottom of the page, log in. I have an account already, so I'm just going to log in, but you can sign up there as well. See if I can copy my password over. Now, once you log in, you'll see I'm just going to move the pictures over a little bit. So once you log in, you'll see your store dashboard. So once you start getting more visitors to your page, you'll kind of see some of the statistics change, but it's kind of an overview of everything that's on your store. So you'll be able to see the number of products you have that are visible, the number of products that you have that are disabled. We don't have online payment set up. It's set up more like a directory. So the sales and the store earnings, they won't change at all. But you'll be able to see kind of the most popular products that people are clicking to through here. Now, configuration, a lot of these tabs you can kind of ignore. They are more for if you are doing online orders or for shipping. But the things that you'll really want to focus on is your profile tab and the products tab. So we'll start with the profile. You can click down and see my account. And this is where you can edit everything that's on your seller's page. So to view, I kind of like opening up my seller's page so I can view the changes that I'm making and kind of relate to all the fields. So up here, you'll see the view profile. I'm just going to open that in a new tab. So all of these things you can change in that profile section. So there's the banner image, your logo, your profile, your business description. You can add in your address. You can also add in different descriptions and policies and review your feedback in here as well, plus your products. So jumping back into the dashboard, when we talk about optimizing your profile, what we really mean is just making sure that everything is filled out and relevant. Because a lot of people who will be visiting your online directory, they just want to know who you are, what makes you different, and really filling out all of the fields here gives them more information. More information helps informed buyers make an online purchase. So I would just suggest going through, filling everything out. So your email, all of your contact details, your store description. Now, if you have a Facebook page or a website set up already, you probably have a store description. But some of the things that you really want to focus on in here is what makes you different, what you have to offer. And it kind of is your store bio. So just keeping it kind of short and sweet, but to the point. And then you can go into more detail. I didn't in here, but you could if you have a lot more information or if you want to add in more of an about kind of section, I would add that into this detailed store description because that's on the profile page. That's what shows up on here. So you can kind of set it up so that you have a lot more details if you want to offer that to your potential clients. Store policy, again, this is more if you are doing those online orders, but you could add in something in here if you need to for your business. Now, store banner image. So the best size so that it will kind of stay consistent throughout the board online is to have the 900 by 225 pixel image. If you don't have an image editor software that you use already, I really strongly suggest you look into Canva. So it's canva.com. They do have a free plan, but they also have a pro plan. And I wrote it down over in my notes. It's the pro plan is only $12.49 a month, and that's on a yearly plan. So it's pretty economical, especially if you're doing social media, if you're going to keep up with your online store. It's super user friendly. And if you're using the pro, so the $12.49 a month, you also get access to an image database. So that comes in handy, especially if you're doing social media posts, if you don't have time to take a lot of authentic photos of your business, or if you just need some general photos, that all comes in Canva too. So I'm going to go through and kind of walk you through how to set up that banner. So it is a custom size. So when you go to create a design, you want to hit the custom size down here. So width is the 900 and height is 225 pixels. So pixels is basically all of the dots that are on the screen, which is pretty common knowledge now, but I'm just going to cover everything anyways. So you can change this. So just in the future, if you are doing different marketing pieces, you can do inches or millimeters or centimeters if you're doing print related pieces, but pixels is for digital use. So we're going to create that design. And I don't have an image per se that I am going to change to. So I'm just going to hit photos and I'm going to type in something general like marketing. And we're going to use this image. So I can just click and drag and it will fill that space. If I want to resize or kind of crop out a certain section, I can double click in just so I can preview what the entire image looks like within the canvas area and just click and drag down. I'm going to go with that one. So I can rename the image. I'm just going to call it website banner 900 by 225. And as soon as I do that, you'll notice that all changes are saved. So it will save to your Canva account. So if anything happens, your computer crashes, you don't have to worry about losing your artwork. It's all in your Canva account. Go over, click download. For the website, either a PNG or a JPEG works best. But if you are using Canva in the future for any print related products, or if you want to do videos or animated GIFs on social media, you have that option down here too. For this purpose, I'm just going to go with the PNG. I'm not going to change the size at all because we've already custom sized it to the 900 by 225. And all of these are fine as they are for this purpose. And I'm going to click download. It's downloaded to my, just my screen. Sorry, I forgot that word. But it will download to wherever you set your downloads to go to through your browser. So now that we have our banner, it's all saved out. Jumping back over to the dashboard, I can either remove this one or I can upload a new one. So I'll just click upload. I want the image, website banner here, open, and it kind of gives you a dialog crop box. I want it to show the entire image. So I'm going to just click and drag, click save. And now when I go down here, it will have saved. So I'm going to go to my profile, just refresh, and now you'll see that it's been updated. So you can do the same with your seller profile image or your shop logo. And the dimensions are down just underneath so that you'll always know where they are. Again, you just jump into Canva, create a new project, custom dimensions, and then upload your logo. If you are a relatively new business or if you just don't have a digital logo yet, Canva does have the option to create basic logos. So if we go to the custom size, we'll just do the 185 by 185. And then over on the side, you'll see logos tab. These are the ones that I have in my account. You can upload your logo here, or you can just go into the text field and create just a standard text. Now, when you're using your logo, try to keep it consistent across all of your digital assets. So anything from your social media, your website, if you have an email signature, it's best to keep consistent. If you have a storefront, try to find something that works with the sign that you have on your store, just so that you're visually consistent. I think branding is a totally different topic, and that's for a different webinar. But with Canva, you do have the option to go through and try to find something that works well and is consistent. So there's lots of options in here. Once you have your logo or what you're using as your brand, download it and upload it over into your store, and it will save, and you just have to hit refresh in your seller profile to see the changes. Within here, you can also change your password. So if you need to in the future, you can go in and do that. If you've lost your password, just contact Carol or Melissa. Carol can confirm who you need to contact over on the Town of Shelburne side of things, but they can jump in and they can reset your password for you.
Either myself or Melissa will be fine.
Okay, perfect. And that's basically what it is for your profile section. Now, the other thing that you want to really focus on, and this part you can have some fun with, is your products listings. So I'm going to go over to the products listing. I have a test set up right now, but I'll just create a new one and walk you through how to do that. So we're going to add a product. So the store is set up so that it is a directory listing. So you'll want to make sure that when you choose the product type, you choose the directory listing product. And what this will let you do is set your custom link. So whether you have your products on your Facebook page, or if you have an existing online store that you want to direct them to, you can copy the link and put it in a little bit further down below. So we're going to do product name. I'm going to call this one test 2. So when it comes to product types, there's a product and a booking. So for this one, we're going to do product. So if you're not sure, you just click view listing and it will take you to that list. But you can also just click in and it will drop down for you. So we're going to click product. With the descriptions, sorry, I'm just opening up this PDF. So we have put together a seller's guide. I'm going to just try to change my screen over so you can see what that looks like. So the seller's guide, can everyone see the PDF that I'm sharing?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, perfect. The seller's guide that we put together kind of has a lot of great tips in here. If you've never set up your online store before, and we've walked you through, again, there's all of the dimensions that you need. There's all of the product listing details in here. We've also added in, if I can get down to it, how to add more products and kind of the different tag suggestions in here, so that when people are searching, your products will be visible. It'll be interesting for them to read. They'll get all of the information. So refer to this whenever you're creating new descriptions, because we have some great tips in here. so that you can create your products in a way that your customers are used to, but then also all of the information that they need to see in the online description.
Darlene and Mari, would you like me to forward the copy of this to you directly?
Yes, please. That would be great. Thank you.
And now I'm just gonna switch back over to the site. So can everyone see the dash, like the products dashboard now?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay, so you can go through and add your description. So like I said, it's kind of the same with your profile to keep it optimized so that it's pulled up by more search engines, so that there's more information for your clients to see. You do want to kind of sit down and go through all of these fields. For the purpose of this webinar, I'm just going to kind of talk about them. I'm not going to put in any descriptions, but you can put in a couple paragraphs in here, which I would recommend. Product policy, this is more if you are selling right on this site, which we won't be, but it would, anytime you're talking about product policies, it's like return policy. If anything was to happen, you want to make sure that you're covered. So make sure that you fill out your policies on your store or wherever you're actually taking transactions.
Jess, can I just ask you a quick question?
Yes.
Are there any automatic integrations for pulling in products from an existing Shopify website that you're aware of that will work with this?
It's a good question. I'm not aware of any, but I can look into it because this app, they do update and they change things quite regularly. So can I look into that and I can?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Thank you.
There might be a way you can do a CSV file, but anything that I've done in the past, it's usually just the content. It's not images. You'd have to go through and update the images after.
Okay.
But it might be an option. I can look into it.
Yeah, I'll take a look too in the apps of my Shopify store and see if there's anything that is obvious that might work. But
yeah, anyway,
Jess,
we can make it more efficient. That would be best.
Jess, this would be, if you do find something, let me know, because we could add that app to our store so that it makes it a little easier for users overall.
Yeah,
if
for
there
sure.
is something.
yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
I mean, Shopify is kind of the most popular right now. So I don't know how many other people are using it, but that would be very handy.
Yeah, so the way that this site is built, it is on Shopify, but we're using a multi-vendor marketplace app.
Right, yes.
So it's just the restrictions within that app specifically. But I'll look into it and we can figure out, and there might be other suggestions that I can provide once I kind of dive that way.
Exactly. That's great. Thanks, Jess.
So shipping details, because we're not offering that, you can just ignore this altogether. Pricing details, it is mandatory that there is some type of price. So you could put 0, or you could put a starting at price. Like if you're a service-based business, you might not always charge the exact same price. So it would be more of a starting at kind of figure. But you could put something in here. And then when it comes down into inventory, you could use this to keep track of the inventory that you have, but likely if you already have an existing online store, that's already doing that. So you could ignore that. It's not mandatory. The only things that are mandatory are the items that have the little asterisks. And then the variants, which is really neat. So if you have, oh, it's making me save changes. Okay, I'll put $5. See, it's helpful if I do fill everything out, I suppose. Okay, so when we get down into variants, so variants are things like different sizes, different colors, different materials. The dropdown has some options here, but you can also create your own option. So we're gonna go with color, and we'll make this one yellow. And then we can add in another variant for style. and then the different options that you add in here. So it kind of allows you to add in all of the options for whatever products or services that you're carrying. So we'll save changes. Now the product images, so the dimension that we've set up is 1024 by 1024, which is a standard Instagram size. So that should be pretty, it's kind of makes it easier on you, because the images that you create for your site, you can also use for your social media. So if you have a Facebook store or even your existing website, a lot of the times you'll be able to just upload those images into the store here. So when we come into Canva, we're going to create a design. We can click Instagram post. And then you can either upload your photos. For this purpose, I'm just going to bring one in. So I'll just bring in a pair of scissors. Let's bring this one in here. So I can just click and drag to the outside edges and it fills the space. Or if I don't want it to fill the space, you can just bring it into the center. The only thing is you get white space around a colored image. So the nice thing with Canva is they have this amazing background remover effect added in. So if I want to get rid of this blue and yellow in here, I can click Effects and then Background Remover. Sometimes it takes a minute or two, so hopefully this one doesn't take too long. But what it does is it will go through and it will close crop an image. I find that it works best if your image is high resolution and there's a good amount of contrast. But you can see there that it's done a pretty good job of cropping it out. If I was to bring that into Photoshop, it would definitely take like 20 minutes or more to go around the edges. So it's definitely a time saver. You can click and drag to kind of recenter it however you want, or click the edges to resize it up. And it keeps everything proportionate, so you don't get any of those skewed images, which is super handy. So I have that in there now, and this pair of scissors looks fantastic. If I was selling a line of scissors, you would want to make sure that the actual size of the product within the actual image size stays consistent throughout your page. So when you go to your seller profile and you can see all of your products, you kind of have some consistency, which helps add to it just makes your site a little bit more professional. So what I would do is, if you're coming through, you're sitting down one day and you're just editing and resizing all of your products, you can add in different pages. So I'm going to just click add a page, and then let's see if there's another pair of scissors with a background. Or I can just click and drag this one in. And then you can kind of compare easily the sizing, just keeping everything as consistent as you can. So I have these. I'm going to come through, I'm going to rename them so that it's easier when I go to upload the different variants that I have in there. And again, it saves, so I can always come back to this again. It'll stay in my Canva. Now, when I go to click download and I have multiple pages, it will let me choose all pages, or I can click in and I can choose one or the other. So for this, I'm going to download both. That's gone to my desktop too, which is perfect. Now, when I come in, I'm going to upload the images. I can upload one at a time. And then once it's uploaded, I can add in another image. And you can add, I think we've added in 5 images on your profile. Oh, sorry, it says 5 images at a time. I actually think there's an unlimited amount of images on your profile. So that's nice. You can keep lots of different variants, lots of different options if you want to. Coming down, there's collections. But this is really important because when you go to the website, we have the collections tab on the homepage, but also the collections page itself. And this will put you into the different sectors that we have set up. So you'll want to make sure that if you are selling retail, you show up in here. If you're more service-based, you just choose the service that works best for you. And then you can go through and add more details. So when it gets down into the meta fields, this is what Google search engines and other search engines will read. So your meta tag and description, that's when you go to Google, type in scissors, and you'll see the title name, and then you'll see the description. So this, if you don't add in these descriptions, it will just pull from what you've already added from your product description. But if you want it to be a little bit more specific and kind of add in those keywords that you think your clients will be searching for, it will definitely benefit your search engine ranking. So the options for that are all in here. And then the directory listing. So this is, I've gone through, I've added in all of my details for these scissors that I'm selling. And then if you're selling them on your existing site, or if you want your customer to go to your Facebook and message you, or whatever it is, however they're going to purchase this product from you, you can copy that URL in here. And when they click the Buy Now button on your directory store listing, they'll be directed to whatever link it is that you want them to go to. So I'll just type in my website. I was hoping it would just pop up and I can copy it, but it didn't. So I typed it out all there. I could type it out there. So there you go. That's it. We'll click save. Hopefully I filled out enough stuff in this test demo. And then when I go to my store, which I think I closed that tag, sorry about that. I click my profile and you can see my products that I have in here. Now, when I go to the products listings, you'll see this action panel over on the side here. So if I click these three dots, you can edit, you can disable. So if you don't want it to show up in the front end of your site, you can view it on your profile, or you can delete it in here. So that kind of walks you through the products listings, your profile. I walked you through Canva a little bit. I'm just going through my notes, just making sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, filters. So I did want to touch a little bit on Canva filters. Depending on the images that you choose for your products, you might want to give them a more consistent look. So for these scissors, you kind of want them to be true to color. But if you're ever using Canva down the road for Instagram or any of your social media, and you want color consistency, whatever image that you choose, we'll go with this one. You can click effects, filter, and you can choose a different filter. That's probably a bad example. Let's do, so you can kind of give it a more consistent feel. So if you're uploading a lot of maybe landscape or serviced images would work best instead of product-based images for what I'm trying to explain here. But if you add them in, sometimes you can get different color, like drastic color differences. So if you want them to look a little bit more consistent and a little bit more branded to you, sometimes going through and adding just a slight filter helps give them that same look and feel. So that's just a little tidbit of info I wanted to throw in here. I know we're really under the 1 hour, and I've kind of walked through everything. So I'll go back to the store and I'm just going to open it up for questions. If anyone has any questions, if there's anything I didn't cover that you want me to kind of dive in a little bit more, let me know.
Jess, with regards to the address, is it Shelburne shop Dufferin.ca, right?
Yes, shopshelburndufferin.ca. We'll take you to the homepage, and then at the bottom you can log in and sign up. That's probably the easiest way to get into your dashboard.
In Canva, maybe you could, I'm not sure, Darlene and Mari, are you both familiar with Canva?
I don't personally use Canva. I do all my own stuff on Photoshop, so I've never used Canva. So that I wouldn't need that, but
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
Carol, I just have a quick question for you. I haven't, I think the only way I knew about this was I got a email from the town because I'm on the like subscribe to the list, but yep. Kind of what's the plan for kind of getting this out there more, like for, you know, advertising?
So it's going to be promoted on radio, newspaper, and on all of our social media accounts, and it will be consistent promotion. So we're going to try and drive traffic to this site so that people can shop local, and everything will be in one spot. But there's going to, I'm hoping that there's going to be a lot of businesses that, like for instance, there's a lot of home-based businesses that might not have forward-facing sites right now. I know that there's a lot of the businesses in the downtown core have Facebook pages, but don't necessarily have a website. So this will give this is going to be another outlet for consumers to reach businesses, and that's the plan. So there will be quite a bit of promotion, but we're trying to make sure that and Melissa and I will be working on this probably over the next month, making sure that as many businesses are listed on the site as possible.
Excellent. Good.
Yeah, this is all part of the Support the Burn initiative. This is part of that drive as well. And it's a 1 year pilot. So we'll see how it goes, but we're hoping that we're going to be able to continue this. And hopefully in the future, if things change, we are hoping that this will become also a buying site. So you'll be actually able to purchase directly from the site. But as it is right now, that the municipality and with the way the bylaws are set up, it's not possible.
Yeah, I think that would be something definitely to look at in the future. I mean, I know for myself, I have, you know, my own Shopify store, but I know a lot of like smaller home-based businesses, and there's so many here that, you know, Shopify might not necessarily be affordable for for someone who's, you know, just trying to supplement a little bit of income every month. So having, you know, maybe an option for them, you know, a store that they can kind of collectively be part of, that they don't have to pay that, you know, $40 or $45, whatever it is every month. That would be probably really nice for people, for smaller businesses that don't have an e-commerce, you know, checkout option other than just, you know, contacting them on Facebook or you know, meeting up for, you know, cash or whatever they're doing. I know a lot of people are using, you know, the Facebook marketplace, which is great for connecting, but you still need a checkout option. So
and the marketplace is kind of it's almost like it's a buy and sell as opposed to. It is.
Yeah, it's more, I think of it just, it's just another outlet for marketing, right?
Yeah,
for a small business. Yeah,
and that was the intention initially, was to make this a buying site, and that would be our ideal. And we're definitely working towards that. I think that the whole point of this was to make something that was free, so therefore affordable, and you know, and also pandemic proof, right? Like, so that, you know, we don't know how long COVID's going to be around, really, realistically. So we
Mhm.
want to make sure that businesses have the best chance of survival.
No, that's wonderful. Yeah.
Mhm.
No, I'm happy to see it. I think it's definitely good. I mean, there's, you know, Facebook groups and Facebook pages, but not everybody uses Facebook anymore all the time now. But this is kind of like a central one spot place where you can find anything. And no, I think it's a fantastic idea. So happy to see it.
That's
Yeah,
good.
you're
Thank you. That's
exactly
good
right.
feedback.
Not everyone has Facebook, but a lot of people sell on Facebook right now. So with this site, it gives them the option to have their products available for those people who don't have Facebook, and then they can contact them instead of going to their Facebook to buy. So it's just another avenue to get your word out there, and it's good for your digital footprint as well.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I think Jess, you're exactly right. I think that for me, that was just kind of, I don't really sell a lot locally, to be honest. My platform is Etsy. I mean, I have my Shopify site, but I just find my product just maybe is a little outpriced for places like, you know, Facebook Marketplace or local. And but so I thought this was definitely, you know, maybe an option just to kind of plug myself a bit more and maybe pick up a little bit more local. But
Yeah, for
so
sure.
we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, the nice thing about this is it's all of Dufferin.
Mhm.
So it isn't just limited to Shelburne. So the goal is obviously the more eyeballs we have coming to the site, the more visible the site will be, and the better the digital footprint will be, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, I am hoping that over time, what we're going to see is that, you know, you're going to be drawing, or people will be drawing visitors from everywhere, right? Once it becomes easier to use and much better known. So.
Oh,
We'll
for
see.
sure. Yeah. Yeah. And I think once more people are aware of it, and, you know, and I think, you know, the businesses that sign up, as soon as they start sharing it, and, you know, it'll grow.
Yeah, that's the hope.
Mhm. Okay, perfect. Well, I think that covers basically everything. Once you guys get in here and you start uploading stuff to the site, if you have any questions, reach out to Melissa and Carol. And likely what we'll do is just upload this image or this presentation too, so that you can refer back to that just in case you ever need to. And then we can go from there. So I'm excited to see everyone's products up in here.
So Jess, sorry, it's live to start now. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Well, I want to thank everyone for coming. That was fantastic. And thank you, Jess, again, for all your hard work. If you do have any questions, please feel free to email me at edc@shelburne.ca, or you can email Melissa at mkenny@shelburne.ca. Either one of us will definitely get back to you. And if you need any assistance, don't be afraid to ask. Anyway, I'm going to sign everyone off, and thank you again for attending.